Efendim? Slide'ı buraya alacağım. Flash burada mı? Flash vardı dün sizde.
Now.
Hazırız hocam. Tamamız hocam. Gel. Sesleri.
Okay, now it is 7 o'clock and we will start the team officials meeting for the middle distances. First of all, we would like to congratulate the medalists of the sprint competition today. First, the women, Malin A.R.V. Christensen of Denmark, Hanna Lundberg of Sweden, and Cécile Calandry from France. Congratulations. Second, we would like to congratulate the medalists from the sprint for the men. And we have no possibility to see the name of Francesco Magnani. Congratulations. And the silver medal to Turko Sepä from Finland, and the bronze medal to Axel Elmblad of Sweden. Congratulations. So we will continue.
Hoca girsin, ben çıktım.
Girmiyor ki Zoom'da.
We try to continue to the next slide. Can anyone help us switch the slide? Because this one doesn't work. Now we got it. Thank you very much. Now yeah. So we did a roll call yesterday, but we think that it's not required for you to say your name in the roll call. We think you can write on the chat that you're online, then we will see in the chat afterwards who is actually online. And we have the same event advising team as yesterday, so we will not repeat that once more. And then we will go to the middle qualification competition, a few additional information compared to the bulletin number 4. The information is that the pre-start, which is minus 20 minutes, is shown on the middle qualification warm-up map. And you will get your warm-up map at the entrance of the quarantine. So this is an additional information compared to the information you got in the bulletin. And like today, the SIAC test will be in the clear and check, and now also SIAC test place in the start. And we have a special feature in the middle qualification. You also already got the information about a bridge. In the bulletin, it looks slightly different. So this is what the bridge looks like that will be used by all the competitors in a mandatory route, shown with blue and white tapes. And this is where you will pass a river using this bridge. And just to clarify, that woods cotton by a forester shown like this in the picture will not be shown on the map. Information about dogs. You may hear some dogs barking, but the owners will tie them in their house. So don't worry about dogs. This also applies to the middle final. And a little thing like for today about the transfer for team officials that we would like to clarify. So in the middle qualification, it is still on. So in the middle qualification, the parking for teams is close to the arena, which means everyone will go to the parking for the teams. And from the parking, athletes and team officials going from parking to the quarantine will follow the black yellow tapes. And team officials going straight to the arena, they will follow signs to the arena. And team officials going from quarantine to the arena, probably after they have sent their athletes to the forest, they will go back to the parking and follow the signs from there to the arena. For the middle final, it's the same, that the pre-start, which is minus 20, will be shown on the middle final warm-up map, and you will get your warm-up map at the entrance of the quarantine. And then again, we have something about the team officials transfer in the middle final. The parking, as you can see in the bulletin, is the same parking as you are using for the middle qualification. So it is a parking which is close to the arena. You may remember that the arena is the same for the middle qualification and for the middle final. So you will drop off your athletes while going towards the arena sometime before, approximately 1,700 meters. So what we recommend is that if you can, those team officials that will be going to the quarantine, you should also leave those team officials where you leave your athletes. If, as a team official, you want to go to the quarantine and you also need to go and park the car, then you should be in time to take the ring service from parking back to the quarantine. And you can see in the bulletin that this is there approximately every 20 minutes. So this means that you need additional time if you are going to the parking and then back to the quarantine. And finally, when team officials want to go from quarantine to arena, they will use the same ring service to be taken from the quarantine back to the parking area at the arena. And this is actually it. We did not receive any questions, but maybe you have some additional questions. So maybe someone can look in the chat to see if there are questions, and we will look in this room to see if there are any questions from the room. So please feel free to ask questions. We have a question. Do we have a microphone like we did yesterday? Okay, you can say it loud, then I will repeat your question and then we will try to answer. Okay, we are probably able to find the microphone, then it will be given to you just in a short while. And then everyone can hear the question.
Yes, the question is from yesterday's meeting. The maps that we ran the model event on was a different one from what we saw on Instagram. And I was wondering which one was the newest of those two.
Well, we will just discuss and then we will get back with the answer. No, we said it was a new map because we were not at that time able to go into a discussion about one. So what we said yesterday, and I think we may need to say the same today, is that you can rely on the model map that you have used in the forest. This is a new map. So I think this is where we will leave this question. We have one more question.
Can we also take it that tomorrow's maps and the maps for the rest of the week will also be in plastic bags? Yeah.
Yes, all maps for the rest of the week will be in plastic bags. Okay, we have some questions from the chat. And the first question is, how high is the bridge that the athlete has to pass? It looks quite small. And the information is that the bridge that you will see tomorrow is not the same bridge as you saw in the bulletin. We just put it there to give you an idea that there would be a bridge. And the bridge, if I got it correct, it will be 2 meters. So you can run under the bridge if you are less than 2 meters high. And the next question, are there water at the start area at -4? The answer is yes, there is water at the start area at -4. And then we have the next question. In the model event, there was a small path with white flag stripes because of the path is not very visible. Will there be a path with white stripes as well in the middle races? And we'll just switch off the microphone while we discuss. The answer is there will be no paths with flags or stripes in the terrain tomorrow, not at least from the organizers. We cannot be sure if someone left something from the forest work, but the organizers will not have marked any routes tomorrow with flags or stripes. And the question is, how many athletes will qualify per heat according to rules for the finals? We will just check the rules to be sure. The answer is that 20 athletes from each heat tomorrow will qualify for the A finals, and then the next 20 for the B final. And of course, if there is a tie for position number 20, then both will qualify for the final. And the next question, is there going to be a number bib delivery service to hotels, or should we pick up bigs in the quarantine? And the answer is that we are currently in the process of finalizing the start lists. And as soon as we've done that, we will make sure to make those packages and they will be delivered in the hotels. Can you confirm that the start interval at medal final is 1 minute as indicated in the bulletin? I think maybe we will go back to this in a short while and continue with the next question. Is there any close transport from start after that 1120 meters from the pre-start? We are just discussing this. The answer is yes, it will be possible to leave the close. I think it will then be at -4 if I got correct. And then the close will be transported from there to the close drop in the arena. So the next question. Can the team officials go to the start area with the athletes to -4? The answer is No, they will have to leave the athletes at the pre-start. Mapping, is it on same style in middle like it was in the model, especially small stones and cliffs? And the answer is yes, you can rely on the competition maps being the same mapping style as you saw in the model. So we are now waiting for the answer to the question. Can you confirm that the start interval at middle final is 1 minute? And I think we are still discussing. Okay, we now realize that there is a mistake in the bulletin. For the A finals, the start interval in the middle final will be 2 minutes, and this will be clarified. And we are just about to check what the start interval will be in the B and C finals. And the B and C finals will have 1 minute start interval in the middle final. These were the questions that we have in the chats and the questions that so far we have got in from the room. So please let us know. Yes, we have an additional question. So can we get the microphone?
I already have it.
Oh, you already have it. That's great.
After watching some video clips from the great TV show, we would wonder if the start persons will have the same rules when they start, because there were some starting a little bit early today, and maybe it could be more precise tomorrow, hopefully, and in the final.
So the comment is that maybe some athletes were allowed to start a little before their actual start time at the start. So the question is whether there will be made any precautions in the next days to make sure that there will be equal start conditions for those athletes starting by being led off by the team officials at the start. So any comments to this or answers? I think the answer is thank you very much for the comment. We will look in to make sure that this is not going to happen for the next days.
Thanks.
We have more questions.
So is it possible, is it compulsory to take the ring service tomorrow? Or is it possible that one team official takes the other one to the quarantine?
Sorry, could you repeat it?
Is it possible that one team official takes the another team official back to the quarantine from the parking without taking the 20 minutes ring service?
We just need to make sure that we get the correction correct. So you will be going.
We have two team officials and we have two cars. We will leave the athletes at the quarantine for the middle qualification. We leave them there, final, yeah. And we will go to the car park, but one of us will go back to have to go back to the quarantine. Can the other team official drive the other one to the quarantine, or is it compulsory to take the ring service?
Okay, now we understand the question. We just have to discuss what the answer is. We'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. When you have got to the parking at the arena, you can go both in one car going back to the quarantine, drop off the other team officials, and then the first team official can go back with the car again to the parking at the arena. We just got one additional information that the last toilets that the athletes will find will be at -20 before, that means when they enter the pre-start. So you should make your athletes aware of this. Thank you. So we have no further questions in the chat. So now I'm looking in the room to see if there are any additional questions. Yes, we have a question here. The microphone is on its way.
There is 1 kilometer to start from pre-start. I just want to know if there's some steep climb or something. No? Okay, thank you.
The answer is no, there will be no steep climbs. And the estimate is that the walking of this route would be approximately 12 minutes if you walk normally. The question is, can we repeat if there will be water at -4? And yes, we can repeat this. There will be water at -4. So we are looking to see if there are any final questions. Otherwise, we would like to say thank you for attending and good luck tomorrow and the middle final. Thank you very much.